Today I want to talk to you about home maintenance tips. Let's start with the exterior. One of the first things you can do is walk around the exterior, look for any trees or shrubbery that might be rubbing against the siding or even up on the roof. That causes damage over time. It can tear off roof shingles. It can also have moisture, penetrate the walls, which is not a good thing. Clean out any rain gutters that you have. Just get up there and be careful when you're on your ladders, but make sure that you clean all those out. And then any leaves and debris that are on the valleys of the roof, you want to clean those off as well, because otherwise moisture can get up in there and stagnate and doesn't do you any favors. Now on the interior, one of the most important things you can do is to drain your water heater every year. You can Google it, look online, kind of see how to do that, but there's some sediment that can be stored down at the bottom of the water heater, and so you want to make sure you drain all that out at least once a year. Service the HVAC. One of the most important things that you can do out of everything I talked about today is to change your filter on a regular basis. There are some filters that last a month, some that last 3 months or 6 months or whatever the number is. Make sure you do that. We also recommend every 6 months having it serviced. So you hire a contractor to come out, take a look at the blower, clean things out as necessary, make sure it's still operating as it should. Make sure to check the caulking around exterior doors and windows because you can lose a lot of heat or cool air if it's not caulked around there as it should be. Also check the caulking around the tubs, particularly on the baseboard and also at the bottom of the tub or shower, because you don't want to have moisture getting down in there. If you have vinyl or even tile or whatever the flooring might be and you get water down in there, it can create mold. It can start to tear up the flooring. It's not a good thing. If you have a fireplace, I'd recommend talking to a professional depending on your type of fireplace and how often you use it. But if it's a wood burning fireplace, most people say once a year at least you should have somebody come out and inspect it and clean it as necessary. Another important thing to do is to clean out the dryer duct. That's the vent kind of going out to the exterior, and you want to make sure you clean that out on a regular basis. If you get any lint buildup in there, it can be a potential fire hazard, and it burns out your dryer if you have too much stuff in there, because it can't push all that air out. And you can use a vacuum, stick it in there and kind of vacuum it out, or you can fish it out, whatever means you need to do to take care of that. And then finally, one of the most important things you can do as well is to check the smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detectors. You're supposed to have a smoke detector in every bedroom and in every hallway adjacent to bedrooms. So test the detectors by pushing on the button. It's pretty easy to do. Make sure they're working properly. Carbon monoxide detectors, you're supposed to have one on every level, and you're also supposed to have one near the bedrooms. So for instance, if it's a single-story home, just make sure you have one. Make sure it's in a hallway next to the bedrooms. If you have 2 stories and you have bedrooms on both levels, same principle applies. Hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. We'll see you next time.